What made horses so instrumental to early Northern European societies? Archaeological and written sources show their significance in transport, farming, warfare, and ritual contexts, from grave finds and votive offerings to mythic depictions. The animal appears throughout Northern mythology, often connected to deities, cosmology, and the mythical journeys, as seen in the poetic and prose Eddas. The most famous example is Sleipnir, Odin's eight-legged horse. It is described in the prose Edda as the fastest of all horses and capable of traveling between the realm of gods, humans, and the dead. Beyond Odin, horses also appeared in early Germanic history and legend. The Anglo-Saxon leaders Hengist and Horsa, whose names literally mean stallion and horse, are described in Bede's Historia Ecclesiastica Gentis Angelorum as important figures in the early settlement of Britain. Their names and roles highlight the cultural importance in early Germanic culture. Horses played an important role in ritual and ceremonial life in Northern Europe. Archaeological finds showed that horses were sometimes buried with humans, as in the famous Oseberg ship burial in Norway, where several horses were included alongside noble women. While we might not have documentation from that time according to the Oseberg Viking heritage, in Norse mythology it is the horse that carries the dead to the next world. Perhaps it is this reason that the horses and other animals were buried with the women. Written sources also describe horses in rituals. Tacitus in Germania notes that Germanic peoples used sacred horses for divination and sacrifice. Horse figurines and gold bracateats, thin coin-like pendants stamped with designs, appear in archaeological context, sometimes at sites interpreted as temples or ritual locations. Unfortunately, their exact purpose is not fully understood. Horses were important symbols of wealth and status in early Northern European societies. Owning a horse required significant resources, so ownership was largely limited to nobles, warriors, and prosperous households. Sagas and historical texts such as Hrafnkel, the priest of Freya, and the people of Laxdaela include references to horses owned by kings, chieftains, and legendary heroes, suggesting that horses were associated with social power and prestige. Beyond practical use, horses also appeared in ceremonial and ritual contexts associated with status. They were given as gifts for alliances, demonstrate loyalty, or reward service. Horses played roles in festivals and oath-taking ceremonies. Archaeological evidence, including richly adorned horse burials and artistic depictions, indicate their use as markers of wealth and social influence. In daily life, horses were used for transport, warfare, and farming. Their presence in both practical and ceremonial contexts highlights their significance in social status and community life in early Northern Europe. Horses were not only important in daily life and myth, but also appear in language and writing. Ehwaz, the Elder Futhark rune for horse, comes from the Proto-Germanic Ehwaz, later Old English Eol, and Old Norse Yor. Modern Neo-Pagan and Runic traditions sometimes associate Ehwaz with partnership, cooperation, and journeying, but historical documents have not found any recorded such symbolic meanings. Horses thus influenced the material culture, language, and social life in early Germanic societies. Horses were central to life in early Northern Europe. They carried people and goods, supported agriculture and warfare, and played important roles in rituals and ceremonies. Beyond their practical uses, horses were symbols of wealth, status, and power, appearing in myths, art, and language. From Sleipnir to Ehwaz rune, horses appear in both material and literary sources, illustrating their varied roles in Northern European societies. Their importance is visible in archaeological finds and linguistic traces, showing how deeply these animals shaped Northern Europe. If you enjoyed this deeper dive into Nordic and West Germanic history and mythology, subscribe for more or check out my series of shorts, What the Folk? But until next time, my dears, stay awesome and share the knowledge.